It's Rob and Sandra from My Wife the Dietitian with our new midweek series called Nutrition Nuggets.
Today we're going to do food and mood and why do I get hangry?
Oh, hangry. I don't get hangry.
Well, we talked a lot about it in episode 6, Sexy Foods, and episode 7, Foods with Benefits. And episode 44 was all about food and mood in depth. And today is a little midweek mini episode for 5 tips on foods to help with making sure that you keep your mood stable and not have those large swings.
Yeah, that's probably really good information for everybody. So let's get into it.
Yeah, well, the brain relies on good food and nutrients. And so sometimes when we get out of whack and we are doing like unhealthy eating, if we're going out for meals, going through fast food, drive-through, or having too many overly processed foods that have, they're packed with fats and sugars and preservatives, those things might cause us to kind of the balance to be off.
Okay, yep.
And also stress eating. So, overeating, a bag of cookies or a tub of ice cream because
I don't know what you're talking about.
trying to push down those emotions and not deal with them. So, the stress eating. Also, extreme dieting and skipping meals can cause mood swings and blood sugar fluctuations. So,
for sure.
Yeah. So keeping your meals and snacks kind of pretty regular is a really good kind of overarching foundational piece. And then the 5 components would be, the first one's protein.
These are the 5 sort of important things you need to keep your mood stable. Is that kind of what
exactly
we'll call this list?
That's right. Yeah. So protein gives you the building blocks for the neurotransmitters and the hormones. And to have some sort of protein foods at each meal and snack will help keep things a bit more stable in terms of blood sugar control and feeling full to last to the next meal or snack.
That's right. And we all know that protein comes in more things than just meat.
Correct.
Right? If you've been listening, we know that we can get protein in fish and nuts and seeds. What else is there?
Beans.
Oh, beans, of course. Beans.
That's right. And you hit on the next one, actually, omega-3. So in fatty fish, you get those really beneficial, healthy fats for your brain. And that is key to keeping your mood stable and helping prevent depression and anxiety. So you can find omega-3 fats in fatty fish and walnuts and pumpkin seeds and avocado and hemp hearts, chia seeds, ground flax seeds. So those are all important components to try to include most days.
Nice.
And the third one is B vitamins.
To be or not to be? That is the question.
That's right. So B vitamins help release the energy in our food, in carbohydrates and fat and protein. And we got the B1, thiamine, B2, riboflavin, B3, niacin. We need B6 and B12 and folate, which is B9. And we can get these B vitamins in a variety of different foods, but leafy greens are good and whole grains and different beans like lentils and chickpeas are good for your B vitamins.
Awesome.
The fourth one is fermented foods. And those will help with digestion and gut health. So we got probiotics that you can find in like yogurt and kimchi and kombucha and other fermented foods. And that helps the good bacteria. And good bacteria thrive on fiber, which are prebiotics. So the fiber in bananas and oats and walnuts. So those help to feed the probiotics or the live bacteria in the gut to help everything balance out.
Right. Which is important for keeping your mood stable.
That's right. Yeah, it's all related.
All of these things are important for that.
Yes. And then the next vitamin is vitamin D, the sunshine vitamin.
Excellent. Can't get enough of that.
That's right.
Sunshine, that is.
Exactly. Yeah. And through the winter months in the northern hemisphere, so like October to March, most people need a supplement from like infants to elderly. 400 IUs to 1,000. Upper limit for vitamin D is 4,000 IUs. So want to keep it to a reasonable amount, but most people would be deficient if we didn't supplement with a bit of vitamin D because we just can't get the sun in the winter.
Yeah, I think it's important that we highlight that it is really important in the Northern Hemisphere. I've heard a lot of people think that, oh, it's sunny out, I'm getting my vitamin D, but it's like, no, not this time of year, you're not. So that's a good one. And it does have really big effects on your mood too, right? Like low vitamin D does.
Yeah. It's an easy one to become deficient in because we just don't get enough in our food supply, and we don't get it in the winter. So yeah, it can lead to a lot of autoimmune diseases and cancer, and it's a really important one to make sure that you've got enough in your stores, in your system.
It's tied to mental health too, isn't it? Depression and that sort of thing.
Absolutely. That's why it's on this one.
Well, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure we mentioned that.
You got it. And a bonus one, dark chocolate.
Dark chocolate.
Talked about that last week, episode 59. And 1 ounce a day. It's it releases a feel-good chemicals, a dopamine and serotonin response. And for pregnancy and kids, actually the milk chocolate's a better option. Just it has less of the heavy metals than the dark chocolate. So just 1 ounce a day of dark chocolate, and that will give you that feel-good serotonin boost.
That's good to know. So there's your list of all the things you need to keep yourself happy and not hangry.
That's right. Protein, omega-3, B vitamins, fermented food, vitamin D, and bonus, dark chocolate.
Right on. Thank you, Sandra. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in today. Don't forget to check out our social media sites. We're on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube under My Wife the Dietitian. You can check out our website at mywifethedietitian.com. Lots more information there. You can email us your questions and comments at our email address, which is mywifetherd@gmail.com. And we will talk to you all next week. Thanks for tuning in.
Watch us on YouTube.
Exactly. Thanks for joining us today on My Wife the Dietitian. If you like what you heard, don't be shy. Leave us a comment or review, and be sure to share our podcast with your friends. If you'd like to hear more, hit that subscribe button. You can also follow us on our social media pages for updates, episode trailers, and other odds and ends. For more info and links on what we discussed on today's episode, check the show notes. We'll be back next week with another informative and fun-filled episode.